Hiya folks, JD here. Right. Remember this guy? A little Flytec T18D? Right. We had an issue. I think it was with this battery. This battery hasn't been testing very well. I've tried it in another couple of quads. Those quads haven't responded. One hasn't taken off and one fell from the sky exactly like this. What am I going to do about it? Well, I think I'm going to do this. Come and have a little look. Essentially all we've got is we have a covering over the top here. This covering can snap off very, very easily once you take the battery out. This then just unclips like that, giving you a nice flat base to work on, right? So there's not a lot of area, there's not a lot of clearance between the top of the propellers and the propeller arms, but there is enough for a larger battery. One with exactly the same connection from the back end that will power the quad, as you can see nicely, but also the style of battery is different, the weight of battery is a little bit different. So as for weight, we are looking at, the original battery is 13 grams, the new battery is 439 grams. Now that is quite a considerable weight increase. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at placing the battery in the best possible place for this, whether that be on the underside or whether that be on the top, and then taking it for a flight. Personally, the top would be better. It's always easier to push things than it is to pull them. It's less strain on the motors, but at the same time, if you are going to do it, then we may as well do it properly the first time. So there's a little bit of clearance on each of these motors, on each of these propellers. So if we are to do it this way, I've got quite a few different FPV straps here that I use when I fly FPV. And what I'm essentially going to do is I'm going to try and strap this down without getting everything caught on my felt there. Okay, so excuse the hands for a second folks, but essentially what I'm going to do is strap that down just for a second and see how that holds. So we've still got clearance there, quite literally only of about 0.5 mil on the front of the battery. See, it's very, very tight. The back end of the battery, because you've got this step down at the back end there, it's okay. You've got a couple of mil clearance there without any issue. So I think personally that is going to do. That's going to be okay. Now, for this, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to fly it properly, like taking her to speed mode 3, ragging her around the corner and see exactly what's happening. What I'm going to do is just, first of all, unlock the motors, see if she can pull, see if she can push, see if she can elevate. If she can, then we're going to go a little bit further with it and see exactly what it is that she can do. And then, hopefully, because it's nicely balanced and nicely placed using this little FPV strap here, we should find that we get a nice little flight. And then the propellers, as you can see, clear the battery. They don't come anywhere near the strap. Bad thing that could happen mid-flight is if this battery was to move, I am going to have to, obviously I'm going to double check this strap, but if this battery is to move, then these propellers could hit the battery. Not that it would nick or go through the battery, not at all with a brushed motor, but what it would do is it would probably cause the propeller to smash. So what I'm going to do is try and see if there's any way that I can get this to lower. Actually, there may be. If I take this strap off for the second, I think I can make some slight modification to the body of the quad. Yes, I can. I can file down these little lumps here. See these little clips, which are what these little holes here, which are what these clips fit into. I can always file these down and get it nice and flush. Either way, do you know what we're going to do? I'm going to keep on looking at this. I'll let you know exactly what I've done. But let's take her up and let's see how she does with this new battery. Alright, so here we are, we've taken her up. Now she's going to be a little bit off centre. I've used a different battery in her this time. This time I've gone for an 850 milliamp hour, slightly more in line with what originally came out of her. See? Different one to what you see in the first part of the video. But she's held herself pretty well. I think it was a little bit laboured to get off the floor, but she seems to have held herself quite well. And even now, see, I'm throttling up, and she's not increasing her altitude very well at all. Ooh. So I think actually this battery is not a very good mix for her. But although it is powering it extremely well, if I get into speed mode 2 a little bit and see if I can just rag her around a bit, what I'm interested in seeing, ooh, come on, there we go. I'm just interested in seeing whether she actually just bombs out. Now she is decreasing altitude. See, if I give her a bit more altitude perhaps. I think it's the weight. Now, obviously the first battery is extremely light. This battery is going to be a little bit heavier. If I take her up at a bit more of an altitude, perhaps she's going to be happier from an altitude point of view. Yeah, she certainly seems to be. No, she's not. So the battery is a little bit heavier, as I was saying. About an extra 12 grams heavier, which is a hell of a difference when it comes to quadcoptering. And it's a hell of a difference when it comes to what these motors are expecting to pick up. So what I'm just, for the second, I know I don't want any of you turn around and saying, well, let's just kill that motor. Well, the battery's too heavy. I know the battery's too heavy. What this is I'm just waiting to see whether or not she actually cuts out. That's all I want to see at this minute. If she doesn't cut out, then I know, because I'm still waiting on the original or the second battery that I bought for this. Come on, there we go. See, so increase her altitude. See, she does get there, it just takes her a couple of seconds. But other than that, she is responsive. See? You know, it's not as if the battery is, you know, there's not enough voltage getting through to the quadcopter. Up, 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 up. Let's buckle that down to there. Yeah, I gotta just move this cable and everything out of the way for a second. Let me just click her in, get the gyro calibrating. There we go. Yeah, we're free. Literally only by half a mil or such. Single one up and one down to bind. Oh, she has bound. There's the gyro set. Okay. Yeah, she's really, look at that. So that is a weight issue. She's not able to get off the ground. So let's kill that. Fine. So, okay, two things this has told us. One, that these motors aren't powerful enough to lift a 40-gram battery. And secondly, I need to get another battery and test another battery in there. Have I got another one with the JST? I don't think I have. No, not in my bag. No, I haven't. Right, fine. So there we go anyway. Right, so that is test number 1 complete. Let's come back, or test 1 and 2. Let's come back and let's do test 3 when I get the actual battery for this actually turns up. Alright then folks, I hope you've enjoyed. Thank you ever so much for watching and listening. I've been JD, you've been fantastic as always. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Hello and welcome to all the new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the channel. So until next time, my friends, happy flying.